Doodlebud. Now, when you first get into fountain pens, there is no shortage of options. These are some of the kind of usual suspects, like a Pilot Metropolitan or Pilot Kakuno, a TWSBI Eco, a Kaweco Sport. Now, this is not the regular Sport. I have one. I can't find it, but this is the AC Sport. Very popular pen. Some others I have here as well. However, this is one I find is overlooked fairly frequently, and I'm guilty of that. I've completely overlooked this pen until it was sent to me by the great folks over there at Blesket. They are a Canadian pen retailer. They have a store in Ontario and also online. Just go to blesket.com. If you do, use Doodlebud22, saves you 10%. Almost the taxes here in Canada. But this is a great little pen. It was sort of off my radar because of the initial color offerings they had. They were sort of, I don't know, like a kid's pen. But the fine folks there over at Blesket sent me this to review. You can add a clip onto it. Basic black, as you can see. They have some other nice solid colors. I think there's one on a really cool looking green. And I gotta tell you, I have been way more impressed than I thought I would be with this pen. It's pretty basic. It's a snap cap, works quite well. It posts all that stuff. Very basic design. There is a cool little feature I'm going to show you here in just a minute. I didn't notice it until I really looked at it and went, oh, that's a very smart German feature. It's right in there. I'll tell you what it's all about. But let's go through this pen. I've been using it for several weeks now. This thing has not missed once. It writes smooth. Nice snap cap, like everything you'd want. And I forget what this retails for. I think it's like $22 Canadian. Like, how can you beat it? So let's get into it. As you can see, this is a faceted design. You can see here on the clip. The clip is an extra add-on. If memory serves me right, I think it's $5, something like that. Comes in two colors. Obviously, this is the black. Shouldn't have to tell you that. But here we go. Since 1883, I think you know a thing or two if you're making anything for that long. We got the little Kaweco logo on there. Kaweco Germany, so it's a German-made pen. Got the finial on top. You've seen this before if you've ever seen one before. And the little dealie there at the bottom with Germany as well. Very, very simple, very basic. This is a great like pocket pen, notebook pen. If you're a student, you know, I couldn't even spend $22 on a pen back in my broke days going to engineering school. But if you want to get yourself a nice little pen that's reliable and you like fountain pens, how they write, this would be a great one for that. Comes with a fine or medium. The one I got here, this is a medium, number 5 size nib. And you see it's got the black there to sort of match the body. The grip section, you can see the witness lines there from the injection molding. That's what you're going to do at this price point. So it's not like totally flawless and perfect, but it operates just absolutely perfectly. The grip here, it's sort of a throwback to, I guess, some of the Lamy pens. That grip, a little bit different though, but similar. I don't know, like it doesn't force you into anything really, but I guess it has some flat spots. I guess maybe for some folks that would be uncomfortable, but it's quite a comfortable pen. And the way it flares there at the end, if you have trouble, if you're a close gripper, sometimes you might go too far. It actually stops your fingers right there, which is nice. But you can grip this however you want. You can post it. I got a big hand. Longer writing sessions, I'll post it. Does not backweight the pen because it's so darn light. But even unposted, like it's totally fine for my hand. So I was very, very surprised. Like I said before, I kind of overlooked this pen because I just didn't really think much of it. Didn't want to really bother with it. But yeah, this has quickly become a favorite little pen that I haul around with me everywhere. Like just chuck this in the car or your bag or whatever. And you're not going to really worry about it breaking unless you do something really stupid. But yeah, works great. Snap cap, initially, this took me a while to get used to because for some reason I just wanted to thread the cap off. Maybe that's from the Kaweco Sport because it's sort of like, kind of like me, the tall version. I'm 6'6", so I'm always way taller than everybody. So this is like a tall version of a Kaweco Sport. Obviously, there's some differences as well, but yeah, I really, really enjoy this one. Your hand will not get fatigued with this because it's so light. Like I said, it does come with a pair of cartridges, one full, one empty. Didn't come with a converter, so if you want to get a converter, that's an add-on, or just any international standard size converter will fit in here too. I believe this is ABS plastic. You can see sort of by the marking on there as well. Threads are all injection molded into there, but look at all the little details, and this is the stuff I look at. So bumped you there with the tripod. But yeah, they also have like a Higby cut into here as well. So this is like an Acme style thread, so it's square as you can see. But where the thread starts, to avoid any possibility really of it cross threading, what you do is you get rid of the thin bit that threads normally have where you start them, and that profile that you see there, that's called a Higby cut or blunt start. Is it blunt start? Something like that. I can't remember the other term. But yeah, there's the very start of the thread there. So this is used on, I talked about this with another pen the other day, but on things like fire hoses, even my NutriBullet that I use to make smoothies has that feature as well. Now this is the neat little part. You first see this and don't think too much of it, other than the focus on my phone is absolutely terrible. But this is a slick little thing. Oh, and I'm already getting ink this early in, haven't written yet. Wow, it's going to be a good review today. So if we look down in here, the body, got to turn the flash on so you can see, there's that little, tab that's sticking out there. So you think, what's the big deal? You got this body, all the threads, again, they're injection molded in there, it goes together. But yeah, there's a little tab there. So what happens? Obviously, you thread this on. This tab is going to go over top of it's going to go on top of this here. And that tab is going to go along this little notch, press down on here. So this is a little bit flexible. Okay, see, it's got some flex to it. And it's going to lock in on this side. Now, not crazy hard, and this profile, see how it's got a bit of a wedge? That means it can sort of slide up and out. So it's going to go over top, sink in, and then also kind of wedge itself, and then come out over top. It does give a nice tactile feel. So you might just go, oh, let me go further back. There we go. So you thread it on there, and you think, oh, you can just feel when it locks in, it goes shunk. Does that quite nice. What this does is it secures the barrel so it's not going to kind of loosen, but it also avoids having to use an O-ring, because the most sort of common way that issue is eliminated is you have an O-ring down in here to add some extra friction, and that will prevent the barrel from coming off. But if you're going to injection mold the parts, you might as well just stop and think for a moment, because you can really do whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want, but you can do a lot of stuff with the injection molding. You can put the feature right into the parts. And so that's what they did. And what that does is it eliminates a part. And if you've ever been in manufacturing doing bombs, which is a bill of materials, all that type of stuff, if you can eliminate parts, all the better. It also eliminates an assembly step. That's nice as well. So you eliminate a part, eliminate an assembly step, another thing that's on the bill of materials, and just another thing that you can lose or get fatigued over time, and it's just built right into the pen. So again, that might not be exciting to you whatsoever, but I saw that and went, oh, that's just so clever, because it secures the barrel in there. It's not going to loosen, and it gives a nice little tactile feel. So that was pretty slick. I'll write with it in just a moment and show you that, because it works quite well. But here's a quick size comparison. TWSBI Eco, Pilot Metropolitan, Kaweco Perkeo. This is the Pilot Kakuno, Faber-Castell Hexo, Pilot Prera, and then this is the Kaweco AC Sport. One benefit of a faceted pen is it doesn't roll away when you're trying to do shots like this. Anyways, we got the same pens, the same order. I'm looking at this here. It is just a touch shorter than the TWSBI Eco. So a nice size pen. I posted these two because they are quite small. You're going to post them, but great size pen, comfortable to use. Love it. Let's start using it. Sorry, let me tell you the weight here real quick. We have 15.8. So that's with a cartridge, not a converter. The cartridge is maybe half full. Pop off the cap. We are down to, 8.8 3/4. So light pen. The paper is Rhodia. The ink I'm using today, this was given to me. It's a sample of Noodler's, I'm going to say this wrong, but it's like Greeny Cactus. Beautiful green ink. I think I'm going to have to get a bottle of this stuff. So for writing, I have to say this pen is just perfect. It's everything you'd want it to be. I put ink in it, pen to page, and it's been perfect nonstop ever since. It has not hard started, it has not dried out. Obviously, the reverse is not so great. That, you know, that's luck of the draw. Unless a pen is specifically sort of tuned and adjusted to write in reverse, you get what you get and you don't get upset, kind of thing. But yeah, the line width is right where a medium should be. If you want to go finer, you got to fine. They don't have a ton of nib options, just fine or medium. But on like a starter pen, you're probably not looking for all those types of options. But yeah, just a super utility pen, reliable, snap cap, all that good stuff. Mega affordable, $22. Add on a clip for another $5. Don't forget, subtract 10%, Doodlebud 22 when you visit Blesket. I don't know what else to say. So if you got a few of these pens and you like shopping around that price point, if you've missed out on this one, you should definitely give it a look. I wish they included more colors. So that's one thing, like it's injection molded. It's the same plastic that they use on the Kaweco Sport, which is a great little pen. They should spill some of that over into this one. I don't know why this one doesn't get as much love. So if you're looking for a pen, maybe give this one some love. We'll leave it there for now. Got a bunch of cool reviews coming up. As always, I got some fun stuff I want to do as well. Time-wise, I'll get to it. But until then, we'll catch you next time.